Hello and welcome to Politics Ranked, a new series where we take a look at the aesthetic side of politics. In today's episode, we're going to be ranking all of the US Democratic primary candidates to decide who's got the best logo. I'm joined today by Ross.
Hi.
And tell them what you do.
So I'm a web designer / developer. I actually also work for TLDR. I manage all of the online media, Discord, and basically the community.
Awesome. So, you ready?
Yeah, so before we start, I want to say that I do have a background in design. I did a degree in digital media, and I do it as a hobby as well, mainly.
Cool. Good person to be asking about this then. So we've split all the candidates into two groups, the ones still in the race and the ones not in the race still. We're going to start with the people who have dropped out, and we're going to go from oldest to youngest to see if there's any difference in design quality. Hey, Editor Jack here. I just wanted to say that we recorded this a couple of weeks ago, so more candidates have dropped out since then. We'll be covering the rest of the candidates, some of whom are still in the race, in the second half of this video. That video is exclusively available to $5 and up patrons, so head over to our Patreon to check out the second half of the video right now. So let's start with this one, the oldest dropped out candidate.
So from what I've heard, that this is a guy, but for me, looking at the logo, my first initial thought was in the A. I thought maybe it was a female, and that was her hair flowing, a little bit like that sort of shampoo lady, whatever that logo is.
Yeah.
But now I can see we've got that
US
star,
flag,
the
right?
US flag, yeah. And I'm going to say this a lot in this episode, but the US flag is such a cliche when it comes to these kind of logos. Good things about it, like the colours. We've got, that off black, more of a navy. We've got the red, more pastel red. That's nice. We're not going down the classic, red, white, and blue. The negative space, that's a nice change. Hopefully you can see a lot of that. It's quite a hot trend at the moment with design. And the font, I really like the font, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty
I think
nice.
It's a nice font. But to me, it's not memorable.
Okay, what tier are you putting it in?
C tier for me. I don't hate it. I don't love it. To me, it's not shouting presidential candidate, maybe mayor candidate.
Okay, cool. So here's the next one. This is Jay Ainsley's one.
Okay, first thing is it looks like it could be a TV station logo.
Like a 90s TV.
Yeah.
That gradient is a real throwback.
So dated. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this at all. It looks like some of the free ones used to get on Microsoft Office.
Yeah, it is quite retro. Almost like, I don't know if they're doing it deliberately so.
Yeah,
they
maybe
have to have been
appeal
intentional.
to the older generations.
Maybe.
Of people, of voters, maybe, but the font is harsh. The
green is a weird colour choice as well. It doesn't go with the other two colours.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one at all.
Okay, which tier for this one?
Bottom tier, straight in.
D tier. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so up next we have John Hickenlooper.
So this logo is a bit more going on than the others.
Yeah.
We've got obviously the mountains. The colours are quite simple. I quite like the purple because it's different.
Yeah, both colours are unusual.
Yeah, it's the light blue against the purple. There's a nice bit of contrast there.
Also, it's a bit national parky.
Yeah, and also I feel like it looks like it's been thrown together on one of those online logo designers.
Sure, it's pretty generic.
Yeah, it's very generic in style. Yeah,
okay, which ranking?
I'm going to put it in the same one as our first
C tier?
So it's C tier, yeah.
Okay, next we have Marianne Williamson.
So far, these candidates, they're not using standard colours that I would
they're not, actually.
associate with.
It's a weird pink.
I'm not a fan of that. And also the font on the numbers.
Yeah, what even is that?
There's no white space in the O's,
which is fine, but the 2s are the really weird one.
Yeah, and I don't feel like the font that's been used on her name. No. I really don't feel like they match at all.
Also, the name font is so boring.
Reading
the
this,
TLDR font's no more interesting than that. But
looking at this though, to me, this could be a logo for a brand new pyramid scheme. The name Marianne as well.
Yeah, true.
Could be selling lipsticks.
True.
Invite your friend round, recruit them, then get another recruitment.
Marianne 2020.
And there we go. How many people can you recruit in 2020?
Yeah. So what ranking are you giving this one?
I'm going to bump this into C tier.
You're putting a lot in C tier.
Yeah, none of them are jumping out at me.
Okay, cool. Let's see the next one. Okay, so this one is Bill DeBlasio. What do we think of this one?
So, I don't know if it is with blue and green, but there's a rhyme that either one colour and green. So maybe blue and green should never be seen without a colour in between. Using the blue for the 2020 is smart. I like that.
Yeah.
You're linking that to the top section as it looks like it's a cutout. I really don't like solid background colours on logos. So it limits what you can use that logo for.
I'm sure you could take it out.
I'm sure, yeah.
I'm sure there's a version with a transparent background.
But it's just when logos are presented that way, they're great for, putting on a board at the side of the road or something like that. But if you want to use that on like letterheads or a website, and they don't always transfer and carry the same look across as nicely.
Yeah.
And also, I think they can look quite dated. Like this one here is going to be a bottom league for me. Like,
D tier.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Do you disagree?
I don't think it's that bad. It's not as bad as Jay Ainsley.
No, I agree. It's not
But
that
D
bad.
tier too. Okay, so what about John Delaney? What do you think of this one?
So he's being straight to the point. Like he's saying his name, he's going for president the year. You know,
Yeah, it's pretty blunt.
The logo's nice. The font is a bit corporate. He could have just gone for the like when Obama in 2008 he like just did his O, like his famous O.
Yeah.
I feel like Delaney could have done that with the D. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like he needed his full name.
They
like,
could still pull it out and use it.
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
logo.
I guess it is like transferable. You could just take out that D.
It's
and
not as good
hopefully
as the
it's
Obama O.
Maybe trying to copy that isn't a good thing because like Hillary tried to copy that with just the H.
True.
And obviously that didn't work in her favor. Well, she won the popular vote.
True.
But maybe
not based on brands.
not based on brands. But I don't hate it, and I think it's clean. I think it's easily transferable across many different things. It's nice against the white. Yeah, I'd put that in B tier.
B. Okay, highest one so far.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I don't think I even need to tell you which one this one is. It's pretty obvious. It's Kamala Harris.
Wow, is all I'm going to say on this one. You didn't see this, but Jack just changed the slide, and the first time I saw this, I was taken back a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like one of those word clouds you did in school.
Yeah, it is a
where
bit.
it like makes the larger words to say stuff you say more. I can see like she wants to emphasize her name and emphasize the for the people. It's nice, the colours, it's nice, but I think it's too busy. I think if you're driving past that on the side of the road, at like first quick glance, you're not going to read that. I'm going to put that in, I don't know, what tier would you put that in?
I don't hate it. I think it's okay. It's a bit unusual. It certainly doesn't fit the mould, but it's not awful, I don't think. Maybe
Yeah.
C?
Yeah, I'd say C tier. I don't hate it, I don't love it.
Okay, this one is Steve Bullock.
So looking at this one, it's gone for that classic cliche of the red, white and blue.
Yeah.
But it's missing some other things that we normally have on that cliche, like the star.
Yeah.
There's always a star somewhere when we've got the red, white and blue. That's missing. But it's nice. Like I like the typeface. The spacing's nice, like the letter spacing.
The O and the C are really close together.
You're about to say the O and the C and the U and the L. I think
Yeah,
like
the L.
larger letters like the B are nicely spaced, but the RL,
The C and the K are
Ls,
pretty far apart.
Well, I don't know. I don't hate it. I'd happily put that in B tier.
B tier?
I'd happily go for B tier. We've got a lot of flat design in all of these so far, apart from obviously
Jay
the second
Ainsley,
one.
yeah.
And I think that's very current at the moment, and I think that's nice.
Okay, so up next we have Kirsten Gillibrand.
It looks like it was made in a community college. Overlapping in logos is fine if it's normally you're mirroring something. So the PayPal logo, for example, when you've got the 1p in one color and then you've got that second P behind, because they're mirrored, that's fine. When you've got text like this on one on top of the other, it's fine if you're trying to create like an illusion of something being further back.
Yeah.
Where here it looks like they've tried to do that, but it
doesn't look
it
like
doesn't
that, though.
work.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. And the font of her name, I'm not a fan of at all. Like the way that the A's go into a triangle at the
Sure.
bottom, I'm not a fan of this logo at all. The pink is way too much of a contrast against the black. Like,
Yeah.
who okayed that? It literally looks like it was a project that somebody did at school.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
Yeah, so
What are you giving this one?
bottom tier, straight in.
D tier.
Throw it in, yeah.
Okay, so we now have one of the more recent dropouts from the race, Cory Booker.
So for me, my first initial thought of this is red top British newspaper.
I thought Sky News.
Okay, yeah, so like the Cory on the left is very like the sun.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the white
completely
text
agree.
on the red box. But also it's very like Marvel. Do you
Yeah,
not
it is
think?
a bit.
The whole font is awful, in personal opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it's so uneven around the C, especially on
The
like
twos are a bit weird too.
yeah,
They're
I'm
off balance.
not a fan of that. But the blue and the black, not a fan of either. It's going to be a bottom tier, D tier for me.
Interestingly, though, all of the ones on the left are off balance to the right, and all the ones on the right are off balance to the left. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I can
It's
see
as if
that.
they're all
It's-
being pulled towards the middle.
Yeah, it's as if like sometimes in Photoshop when you stretch an image and it gets a bit skew.
Yeah.
It's as if someone's done that and then decided just to export it anyway.
Okay, how about Beto O'Rourke?
Beto. So I think it could be Beto. It's not a bad logo. Like it's
Gets his name out there.
Yeah,
my
it gets his
worst.
name out, but it's way too tall. I think just using one color, like
Yeah.
just the black, is as you say, to the point.
Yeah.
It can be used across multiple things. The font, I'm not a huge fan of the sharp edges.
It's quite distinctive though.
But
You
it is
could pull it out
distinctive,
and you'd
yeah.
recognise it.
Exactly. I don't think it's bad. I think it's, I'd happily put this in B tier.
It's very military to me. It really looks.
Does he have a
super
military background?
Not that I'm aware of. Okay, so we got Tim Ryan.
This is very similar to one we had a minute ago from Cory.
Cory Booker.
Yeah, it's very similar with the red. Obviously, we haven't got that harsh cutout against the red and the white.
No,
on
it's
this.
inverted.
It's just inverted. The Ryan on the white and the blue. The only thing that annoys me with this, other than obviously I know the length of his name, is they're not equal in length.
Yeah, you could do Ryan 2020.
Yeah, it's very similar to the last one. Maybe they hired the same agency. I don't know, but
I think this one's better though.
I think this is definitely better than Cory's. I think it's the colours are nicer.
The font's better.
And the font is definitely better.
And the use of the cutout for the Ryan is better than the black.
It's
Like,
a bit
the black
wide.
on blue looked
It's a
weird.
bit wide on the letter spacing and just the actual kernel of the letters. But other than that, I don't think it's that bad. I'd say between C and B.
You can't do that.
Stuff. All right,
No.
let's put it in B. I'm feeling nice.
Okay.
We've still got S and A to fill anyway, so.
Okay, up next we have Wayne Messon.
So this logo is using a gradient.
Yeah.
I hate gradients. in
Only a
logos.
slight gradient though.
I feel like a gradient is really dated. And for me, like, all this needs is like an orange sun behind it, and we've suddenly got a logo for a talk show on NBC.
Got it.
Like the others, it's to the point, you know.
Yeah.
For America, we're using that red, but the gradient instantly knocks it down for me. Like, I'd put that in C tier. I don't hate it. It's not awful. There's no like real bad crimes against design here, but
Okay, so up next we have Julian Castro.
I like this logo. Look, just initial look, I like it. I like nice inclusion of the accent.
Yeah.
And putting that within the border is
Yeah.
really nice. The overall font is nice. It's clean.
Uh-huh.
It's evenly spaced. And the colours, like that off black into like a bluish.
It's like a navy, I think.
Yeah, it's nice. And then the light blue to contrast against that is really nice. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put this in A tier. I really
Nice.
like this logo.
A with accent on it.
A with an accent in it. Yeah, let's do it.
Also, I do really like how they've got the accent being mirrored by the Castro, like the break on top and bottom. I do think it looks like a premium bottled water brand.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's kind of like, it doesn't look that presidential, but
Well,
it's a nice logo. So A tier.
A tier for me. Yeah.
Good work, Julian. Okay, so what about Seth Moulton?
So this logo, it looks like it was done in Keynote or PowerPoint.
Okay.
I like the idea. Like, we've got that, you know, the star at the bottom is made out of, you know, a pointer of a compass. The Moulton, that font is nice. I like the sort of, it's not too tall. Seth though is way too tall. Like, I feel like this whole logo could have been condensed a good amount.
Yeah.
I like the colours. I think I'm
the
really
colour's good.
liking this trend of using toned down, more like pastel-y, non-harsh colours. I think it's a nice way of sort of taking that cliche of red, white and blue and sort of making it different. I just feel like it's a logo you'd see on The Apprentice. When they go in and they get some poor designer to do the design up, and you can tell he doesn't want to be there, and you can tell that, you know, he thinks it's the end of his career.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the same. I feel like this has been thrown together.
I don't know.
No?
I quite
Am
like
I being too harsh?
I quite like the star. I agree the rest of it's just kind of but the star I do like. Like, it's a cool use of the star as a, like, everyone knows what it means. It's like really obvious. And yet it echoes all of the key colours. You've got the arrow pointing forwards towards progress. I quite like it. I like the use of the hollow space in the middle of the arrow, like to really emphasise what it is. I mean, I don't love it, but I do really see how that star could be taken out and put on anything, like social media icons, favicons.
Yeah.
anything.
I feel like the idea was there, and I think it's a nice idea, and I think, you know, a lot of thought went into it, and probably a lot of money as well. But I don't feel like it's been executed that well.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna put it in C tier, but
C
I
tier
feel
is
like
pretty crowded.
I feel like you want to put it in B tier because you like
No,
it.
it's you're judging.
C tier.
Okay. Speaking of red, white, and blue, this is Eric Swalwell.
So yeah, this is definitely going down that classic American flag.
Yeah.
The red, white, and the blue. We haven't got any stars, which
No stars, yeah.
We've only had a couple of logos that have actually had stars in them.
It's true. Got stripes though.
This font, I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't think it's a bad logo. I think it could be drastically improved with a better font.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's one of the better ones we've seen. I would take one for the team and put it in B tier.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's a bit generic. Very generic, in fact. It could be like from a presidential candidate generator, but it's fine.
this logo, yes, it is quite cliche. It is an American flag.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's been done quite well. I said just the font that lets it down.
Okay, so that's all of the people who have dropped out of the race. Generally, none scoring that high so far.
No, maybe they dropped out because of that. Maybe their branding wasn't up to scratch.
Maybe the second half will be
and
better.
hopefully we'll see some better, design principles.
So there's